Hey there, good morning everyone. Friday the 1st of July 2022. This morning's devotional is a reading from Matthew chapter 5, verse 10, which reads, "Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." The person who stands for nothing will fall for anything. But the person who does stand for something, whether it is the refusal to cover up for their co-workers' misdemeanors at work or their unscrupulous acts, or even having the conviction to abide by what they believe is correct, will soon discover that they're not very much appreciated in the workplace. It makes people squirm to have a person like that in their midst. And it's true that people do love darkness because their deeds are evil. When Jesus was teaching on the Mount of Olives, when he gave the Beatitudes, he said, "Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when people insult you and persecute you and falsely say all kinds of evil against you because of me. Rejoice and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven. For in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you." So how do we respond when we become a target of hostility or persecution? First and foremost, and this normally goes out the window, we need to pray for our enemies. Now, this is the last thing on anybody's mind, is to pray for your enemies. If we do pray for them, we probably pray for their downfall, that they be punished and that their wheels fall off their cars and this kind of stuff. But that's not the love of God. We are told to pray for our enemies. Jesus gave this instruction to his disciples. We have the same instruction. You remember that enemy of the early church, Saul of Tarsus? He persecuted the church. He killed people, women, children, men. He didn't have a qualm. Yet, look what happened to him. He had an encounter with God on the road to Damascus, and then he became one of the greatest apostles and who wrote a number of New Testament books. So pray for your enemies. Number 2, realize that Satan is using those who are opposing you. Be on your guard at all times. Don't let anything come in through the back door. Ephesians chapter 6, verses 10 to 20 have sage wisdom regarding the spiritual armor of God. So read that. Put it on, not only when you need it, but put it on each and every day as you get up. Remember that nothing is forever. Everything has got a cycle in it, and it will come to an end. Rejoice and be glad. We rejoice and we're glad and we thank God, not for the persecution, but in the persecution, because that his grace is sufficient for each and every one of us, that he supplies our needs according to his grace and to his mercy. Know that he also sustains you and keeps you in his arms. My dear friends, no one welcomes hostility or persecution for doing right. But never forget that God has his payday for both you and those around you, and even those who persecute you. So stand firm. Do not fall. May the Lord be with you. May he bless you. May he cause his face to shine upon you and be with you always. Goodbye.